Throughout human history, few diseases have haunted us as persistently as tuberculosis. Today, despite the incredible advances of modern medicine, tuberculosis remains one of our planet's deadliest infections, a haunting shadow that stretches back centuries, cloaked in stigma, mystery, and tragedy. But what if the key to understanding humanity's entire relationship with disease lies within the story of tuberculosis itself? Welcome to a deep dive into Everything Is Tuberculosis, the history and persistence of our deadliest infection, by John Green, a groundbreaking new book that unearths the hidden role of TB in shaping our societies, our medical breakthroughs, and even the way we think about illness. Whether you're a history buff, a healthcare professional, or simply someone who loves a riveting true story, this is a book you won't want to miss. Imagine a disease so insidious that, for centuries, its touch was seen as almost romantic, woven into the lives and deaths of artists, writers, and leaders alike. Tuberculosis, known as consumption in the 19th century, was once called the White Plague. It killed more people than smallpox, the Black Death, and even modern pandemics. No one, rich or poor, young or old, famous or obscure, was safe from its grasp. From the crowded tenements of Victorian London to the tranquil countryside of Europe, from poet John Keats to the tragic heroines of novels, tuberculosis was everywhere. Its slow, wasting symptoms were romanticized, shaping art and literature for generations. But TB's impact is much more than a tragic footnote in history. As John Green compellingly describes, tuberculosis shaped public health as we know it. Stemming the tide of infection required cities to clean up water supplies, improve sanitation, and create the foundations for modern healthcare systems. The fight against TB spurred innovations in medicine, policy, and even architecture. Think of sanatoriums, with their sun-drenched verandas and fresh mountain air, once believed to be the only hope for cure. Yet just as scientists and dreamers clung to hope, the microscopic culprit behind TB played a deadly game of hide-and-seek. Decades before the development of antibiotics, tuberculosis was a death sentence, killing millions with relentless consistency. Then, in 1882, a German doctor named Robert Koch announced a miraculous discovery: the bacterium responsible for tuberculosis. With this breakthrough, everything changed. Suddenly, doctors and scientists could finally see their ancient enemy. Laboratories raced to develop vaccines and treatments, pouring their ingenuity into the fight. And yet, as Everything Is Tuberculosis reveals, the war was far from over. The arrival of antibiotics in the 20th century seemed to signal triumph, but it was short-lived. Tuberculosis bacteria proved as resilient as they were cunning, quickly evolving resistance to our first lines of defense. Today, with rising cases of multi-drug-resistant TB, the battle continues on new and dangerous fronts. This book doesn't simply chronicle science and suffering, it traces the profound social and cultural impact of TB. You'll discover how the disease illuminated global inequalities, targeting the most vulnerable in every society. In urban slums and rural villages, TB found a way in. Even now, it disproportionately affects those with the least access to healthcare, continuing the cycle of poverty and pain. John Green's narrative draws on deeply personal stories. He brings to life the voices of those lost to tuberculosis, poets who immortalized their agony, doctors who fought for each breath, and families who clung to hope in the face of relentless despair. You'll learn about breakthroughs and heartbreaking setbacks. You'll explore the emergence of the tuberculin test, the social isolation of quarantine, and the evolution of TB treatment from high-altitude sanatoriums to life-saving antibiotics. But Everything Is Tuberculosis is also a story of resilience. It's about how communities banded together to protect each other, how public health campaigns, scientific perseverance, and international collaboration transformed the fate of millions. The story of TB is, in a sense, the story of us all, how we face crisis, adapt, and ultimately push back against one of nature's most persistent adversaries. Today, tuberculosis infects a quarter of the world's population, with more than 1 million lives claimed each year. The COVID-19 pandemic threatened to erase years of progress, as treatments and diagnoses were interrupted worldwide. But there is hope on the horizon. New treatments, rapid tests, and growing awareness offer a chance to finally consign TB to history. Green argues that by understanding the past, by listening to the lessons of TB, we can better prepare for the future, not just against this ancient foe, but against whatever comes next. So, is Everything Is Tuberculosis a great book? Absolutely. It's more than a medical history. It's a sweeping chronicle of human ingenuity, heartbreak, and hope. Green writes with clarity, empathy, and a sense of urgency that will keep you riveted from the first page to the last. By reading it, you'll not only grasp the full scale of tuberculosis's influence, you'll better understand how we've responded as a species to the constant challenge of disease. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the world of tuberculosis and the incredible history captured by John Green. If you found this introduction engaging, please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more insights into new and fascinating books. Ready to learn more and maybe even help make a difference? Order your copy of Everything Is Tuberculosis today using the link below in the description and unlock exclusive offers. There's never been a more crucial time to understand the lessons of our past, and together we can move one step closer to a healthier, more informed future. Thanks for watching.